Ubisoft once said, players should get comfortable not owning their own game. This sentiment is being carried forward by these large corporations and continues to do so. There's no protection for customers, and we go by the goodwill and hope that whatever company that we're using doesn't rip the IP from us. And recently, Funimation and Crunchyroll is the newest in disappointment. So if you haven't heard, Funimation is shutting down and taking your digital library with it. Funimation is shutting down on April 2nd, 2024. The anime streaming service will start migrating existing subscribers to Crunchyroll. A move that not only affects subscriber prices, but will also wipe your digital libraries. So that is completely out the window. If you bought the good gracious thinking you were protected because Funimation has stated it, there is none. Any Blu-ray copies or whatever copies you bought there are just gone out the window. Screw you, good luck, so on and so forth. We're going to continue. The support page on Funimation's website says that the service will automatically transfer existing subscribers to Crunchyroll, noting that the transfer may vary depending on a specific platform, subscription type, and region. The page unhelpfully doesn't say how much subscribers will have to pay following the transition, only that legacy subscribers will see a price increase. You'll have to check your email to see how much you'll have to pay. Oh, man. Yeah, not surprising that a complete disconnection. And we'll get into the price increases because there's a little bit of misconception that a couple people went over, but I just want to make sure that's stated. Since I'm a legacy subscriber, my price is going up. Instead of paying $5.99 per month for a Funimation Premium Plus plan, which is grandfathered into, I'll have to pay $9.99 per month for Crunchyroll's Mega Fan Plan. For some reason, my emails listed the new price as $12.49 Canadian, which is not how Canadian users have to pay for the Mega Fan Plan. I'm not only getting a price increase either. In a post on X, one user says they'll see their yearly subscription price go from $54.95 to $9.99. Oh my god. If that is not a kick in the fucking dick, I don't know what is. Alright. However, the user notes that they were also grandfathered into the older Funimation plan, which is why the price hike is so steep. Another user on the same legacy plan as me will also see the same jump from $5.99 to $9.99. We've reached out to Crunchyroll for the following clarification about the new prices Funimation subscribers will have to pay, but didn't immediately hear back. Not a big surprise, corporations being corporations, completely ripping off your library and doing very little to communicate or try to give you some kind of something for all the money you paid, any type of refund or anything, considering the promises they make to keep your library safe. It's actually just kind of gross behavior. To make matters worse, Crunchyroll will not support the digital copies redeemed through Funimation. This promotion allowed users to redeem digital copies, Funimation Blu-ray, or DVDs purchased, giving them the ability to store or view the show later through the streaming service. Funimation said users could keep the copies forever. Oh, man. The irony of trusting any of these guys, okay? But it's clearly not the case now. According to Funimation's support page, Crunchyroll does not currently support Funimation digital copies, which means that the access previously available to digital copies will not be supported. In other words, all those digital copies are now going away too, which is a massive bummer for anyone who purchased and later sold eligible DVDs or Blu-rays, hoping to store the digital copies on Funimation forever. Oh man, it just gets from worse to worse to worse to worse. I just want to know what are their sales figures for those digital copies, for, eligible DVDs or anything like that, and how much is actually lost that they made a profit from. It's actually, the writing has been on the wall for Funimation for quite some time. When Sony acquired Crunchyroll in 2021, it made plans to combine Crunchyroll and Funimation into a single streaming platform. After that, Crunchyroll inherited a huge library of content from Funimation, but Funimation remained online while still adding episodes of continuing series. We didn't know when Funimation would be going down until now. As far as this, I do want to go on the pricing increase. It's a little misleading on this. As for part of the transition to the new price of Crunchyroll plan, we'll increase a USD $5.99 price to Canadian $12.49 beginning April 15, 2024. Future billing will be provided by Crunchyroll. Changes will be reflected in your next billing cycle starting April 15th and be charged on the monthly payment on file. If you want to make changes or cancel subscription prior to the transition, please visit the account page or your third-party access platform, or you may cancel at any time prior to your next billing cycle date. So essentially, this is incorrect. It went from $5.99 USD to Canadian, first of all. And the pricing I actually have right here is the same for Crunchyroll. You'll see an increase from the transition to Crunchyroll, but their plan, if you have the grandfather plan, but their plan for Crunchyroll has not changed from what I can see here. For the Mega Fan, you see it's roughly the same. Now, why are they going through this increase? You know, they said running costs, getting new shows, making services better, competition. Well, now that they're on the competition on the market, kind of ironic to even put this out there, but okay. You know, what do they have? Netflix, Hulu, who have, you know, very little, you know, as far as like a large library to anime. Different prices in different places. So, you know, essentially saying, you know, in the market, things are getting higher, so on and so forth. Bunch of, like, you know, corporate, you know, backroom talk, nothing substantial that you would even care about. It's not a surprise that you'll see a lot of these streaming platforms and or digital services kind of go under the waves, and you'll lose some things from it. The best things you can hope for is buy physical media. The problem with that is, do you want a bunch of discs, you know, sitting around your house? I don't mind it so much, but it does get kind of tiresome when you have a giant library of games that you really liked, but it just keeps expanding. I wish there was a more effective way for you just to be protected if you did buy digital media. I do like physical copies, but I do like to reserve that for only my favorite or, you know, games that I really would like to keep on hold of, because I just don't like the clutter. So it just kind of, you're kind of stuck in a shitty spot as a collector, or if you're somebody who just really wants to get into like these old media. I know a lot of these different animes and, you know, even cartoons now are spread across multiple platforms. Charlie from, you know, Moist Critical said that he watched a Donkey video where he had to travel to 3 different sites to watch Pokemon. Going forward, there's probably going to be, obviously, a lot of piracy. Now, I don't condone necessarily piracy, but sometimes, no, actually, to some degree, I very much understand. You know, when things like these older services, even like Game Boy games, where they're impossible to get, or, you know, just getting the devices, or, you know, the games for this are just completely gone, and there's no online shop or anything like that. It's just a lot better to be able to get an emulator and be able to, you know, stream these games, or just for like preservation, or just have it all in one spot. You know, like I said, having multiple shows split across 4 platforms, priced out insane amounts. Of course, you're going to want a more a more streamlined option. Sometimes pirating is just one website, all of it there. You don't have to pay a dime, and it's a service problem. Essentially, if it's not easy to view things, people will pirate them. If it becomes trouble for you to want to access your media, or if, for instance, you start trusting these companies a lot less, people are going to look elsewhere, and I can't blame them for a second. Now, like I said, I don't condone it, blah, blah, but understandable to say the least. Yeah, just a dark day for people who love anime, people who love owning, essentially, you know, their digital media. It just kind of keep that in the back of your mind that you could lose it at any point. But anyways, I love you guys. I'll kiss your faces. I'll see you later. Bye.